Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to change an oil and how to change an oil filter.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise.
Oil change is the most basic maintenance on a motorcycle. It's the thing that you have to know how to do it. You can find everything in owner's manual, and today I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. First things we have to do is that we have to take off a few fairings that we can get access to our oil filter, and then we are going to drain
Oil.
and we are going to put on new shoes and we are ready to go. So the main things we are going to need for this job is the oil, gloves that we are not going to make a mess, and we need this thing. This is you don't really need this thing, but it's very useful if you are changing the oil filter. I really recommend you to get this one because it makes your job so much easier. And we need oil filter, and this is suitable for my motorcycle. It was around 10 euros. And some microfiber cloths, some cloths that you can clean the mess. It's not that expensive. It was about 40 or 50 euros total. I rented it out from my local stores. I got it for 5 euros to use once. But the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to remove this fairing so we can get access to our oil filter. And now, as you can see, we are getting access to our oil filter here, and we are going to remove it from the right side because we are getting better access from here. We are going to use the tool that I showed you. Oil plug is under here. Oh, I really recommend you to put something under if you are working, so you are not going to mess up the floor. What we are going to do now is we are going to turn on the motorcycle, and we are going to let it idle as long as it gets warm. The oil is warm and it flows better. So now I will let it idle for a few minutes so it will get warm and our oil will flow better after that. Engine is warm now. So now is the right time to put on your gloves so you are not going to mess up your hands. It's not exactly the operating temperature, but it's warmer and it flows better. What we are going to do next, we are going to open this thing here. It will get air this way, so it will not be vacuum. I can see how much oil do I need for this oil change. I need 3.7 liters. You may not have it in here, but you will have it in your owner's manual. So we are going to use this wrench here. So we are going to make it a little bit easier to do it. So here we go. And now is the most scariest part of the job. Trying to not make a mess here. Make sure the cardboard is under the oil pan so you are not going to make a mess. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and don't drop it. Here we go. As you can see, our oil is warm and it flows very good. So this is why we let our machine idle for a few minutes.
3 hours later.
So now we are going to change the oil filter. This is the tool we are going to use for this. For my bike it's pretty tight spot and it's really very uncomfortable. For your bike it may be different because the bikes are built different, and I hope it's easier for you to change it because for me it's really pain it, not gonna lie. Now I got it moving. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I am making mess. Make sure you're not going to make a mess like I did. Make sure you're using some gloves or something. So, finally we got the filter off. And yeah, it was a lot of struggling because for my bike it's very tight spot, but for your bike it may be a little bit easier. I really recommend you to use that. If, for example, if you don't have this tool and you are going to change the filter, the one way you can do it is that you are going to get a flathead screwdriver and you're going to punch a hole and get it through the filter and screw it like this. This is the second way to do it if you don't have the right tool for it. So yeah, make sure you're going to clean everything. And now is a good time to check and inspect for coolant leaks that you haven't seen before. Now we are going to put back the plug, the drain plug, and we are going to use a copper washer. Just put back drain plug and now make it snug. And make sure you're not going to over tighten it. Make it snug. If you have torque wrench, use torque wrench. I really recommend you to use that. Here is our new oil filter. We are going to remove this. This gasket here is pre-lubed. For me, it's pre-lubed. But I recommend you to take some oil and rub it against this. You're doing so because if you are screwing it on, there is a possibility that you are going to rip the rubber, and you don't want that because it will leak. And now let's put this back on. Oh my god, this is tight. I'm unlucky with that bike. So yeah, now I got the oil filter back in. For me it was pain in the ass, not gonna lie. Make sure you're going to make it tight, but not too tight. Don't over tighten it, please. Please don't over tighten it. Just tighten it with your hand. It's enough. It's enough. Make sure you're going to find the right oil for your bike from your owner's manual. We are going to see the oil from this here. It has to be around halfway filled. So yeah, we are going to fill it. This is about right. It has to be between this thing and this thing. Now we are going to reinstall the cap here. Just screw it on, hand tight. You don't have to over tighten it also because it's plastic. Recycle the oil. There are plenty of people that are recycling it. So clean up everything, and then we are going to turn on the bike and we are going to let it idle for a few minutes and see if it leaks from somewhere. So now we are going to turn on the bike and let it idle for a few minutes. And we are not going to put the fairing back on because we want to see the leaks. So yeah, now we let it idle for a few minutes and there is no leaks under there. If there is leaks, you can fix them. If there is leak between your oil filter, make it a little bit more snugger. And if there is leak under your oil pan, make sure it's snug. And with magic of editing, I will do like this. The fairings back again. That was how easy it was. It's the most important fluid in your engine, trust me. You don't want to keep that in your engine for too long. So yeah guys, really funny story. Meanwhile, I was doing oil change. I broke my leg. And I'm walking on this now. So yeah, this is my leg now.
Hey, bum bum bum. Got any grapes? The man said no, we just
Don't break your leg. Just don't break your leg. And don't ask me how I broke my leg. And that was it for today. Make sure you're going to watch the next things I'm going to do, because you will learn and I will learn. And make sure you're going to subscribe. Make sure you're going to like. Be careful and hold yourself.